I just wanted to go to the bar to get drunk. Instead, I was taken to a hotel and got drunk by dozens of men in black. My hands were tied to the headboard with something I couldn't identify. In the dim light, I vaguely saw the blurred face of a woman. She playfully lifted my chin. Good older cyst. There was a milky scent. It smelled really good. My sister likes it. The next day, I was awakened by the ringtone of my phone. The hangover brought on a headache. It made my tone a bit irritable. Spit it out. Don't disturb me while I'm trying to sleep. Upon hearing that, the phone instantly filled with Cheng Fong's dissatisfied roar. Si Xiao, you're really inconsiderate. Last night, the guys weren't done having fun. You just snuck off on your own. You didn't even say a word. What happened to the welcome party we agreed on? You went abroad and got your degree. Now that you're back, you look down on your brothers, don't you? Nonsense. Am I really that kind of person? I groggily turned over. Suddenly, my body froze. Something feels off. Once I realized, I suddenly sat up straight. My eyes scanned the unfamiliar room. A hotel. How did I end up in a hotel? Wasn't I at a bar? Complete. Got blackout drunk. What happened last night? Why can't I remember anything at all? I irritably ran my fingers through my hair. I cursed. The young master was played by someone. Cheng Fong was briefly dazed. Si Xiao, you didn't go home, right? Where are you? How the hell would I know? I'll send you my location. Bring me some clothes. He hung up the phone. I was just about to get out of bed. Suddenly, I noticed a dark red stain on the sheets. My expression froze. I immediately got out of bed and searched the floor. There's no way I could have a child. Finish. I can't be an unexpected father, right? An hour later, there was a knock at the door. I opened the door. Suddenly, a man burst in with quick steps. Who? Which woman brought our chaste Si Dashao down from his pedestal? The young master Si has fallen from grace. Looking at the shredded clothes on the ground, Cheng Fong was somewhat stunned. This is really serious. Mi's face turned red and then pale. Quite a sight to behold. Don't look for her anymore. She ran off long ago. Cheng Fong's eyes widened in shock. Doing a good deed without seeking recognition. A true hero. Did you get a good look at what that woman looked like? Blacked out. Forgot. I calmly snatched the bag of clothes from Cheng Fong's hand. Right in front of him. I shook out the clothes and put them on. You go check the hotel surveillance right away. We must find that woman. It's just a one-night stand. No need to take it seriously. Cheng Fong didn't think much of it. He's seen this kind of thing many times. Everyone plays the same game. Besides, we men aren't at a loss here. Bluff. I yelled out in anger. Suddenly, someone said in a low voice. It's a scam. What the heck? Si Xiao. There's a conspiracy. As soon as Cheng Fong heard this. This is unacceptable. If one day a love child suddenly appears from the Si family, with old Master Si's outdated and decayed mindset, wouldn't he break Si Nan's legs? I frowned. I gritted my teeth and said, whether it's a child or a ghost, I will drag her out. This matter must remain a secret. Understood. Don't worry. Cheng Fong nodded earnestly. Just as he sent me home, he eagerly took out his phone. He shared this shocking secret in his group of friends. Whoever leaks this will be considered a fool. Daddy, Mommy, I just got back. In a low-key and elegant private villa. As soon as I stepped through the door, I was greeted with great enthusiasm. Humph. I've only been abroad for 3 years. Can't you even speak Chinese anymore? I heard a voice. I looked up. I saw a man in a sharp suit sitting on the sofa. And a strange woman. Si Nan was stunned for a moment. I know the man. That's my dad. The woman. A bit unfamiliar. Yet there was a hint of familiarity about her. Noticing there were outsiders present, I called out respectfully, Dad. Si Huan looked at his younger son in front of him. In his stern and serious gaze, there was a slight flicker of affection. Miss Gu, please don't laugh at me. This is my younger son, Si Nan. He just returned from abroad. He's rather unruly. Gu Wei Yen looked at the boy's fair and handsome face. A meaningful smile curled at the corners of her mouth. It's been 3 years since we last met. You've grown up. The scent on you hasn't changed. It's still that faint smell of milk. I like it. Who is that woman? After Gu Wei Yen left, I couldn't help but feel curious. I asked a question. She is the daughter of Gu Jinchuan from Gu Group. Gu Jinchuan. I rummaged through my mind, recalling the major news in Yincheng over the past few years. Didn't he die 3 years ago? Si Chen's gaze slightly narrowed. It was precisely because Gu Ruichuan died. Once Gu Wei Yen took charge of the Gu Group, the company's market value not only didn't decline, but actually doubled in value within 3 years. That's the most frightening part. I looked at Si Chen. What did she come to see you for? 3 days later, Gu Corporation held a charity event. She came to deliver the invitation. Officially, it was to deliver the invitation. But the real meaning was that she intended to collaborate with the C family. I was born into a business family, so how could I not understand this? Si Chen picked up his teacup and said calmly, "You should come with me to the charity gala in 3 days. At that time, the party will certainly have a number of socialites. See if there's something you fancy. The world wants to go home. Hurry up and marry her. Arrange a marriage." I exploded in anger as soon as I heard that. My older brother and sister aren't even married yet. It's not my turn yet. I'm only 20 years old. My great life is just beginning. How can I let an arranged marriage hold me back? Si Chen put down the teacup. His expression was calm. Your older brother is skilled in management. He completed his dual bachelor's degree abroad 8 years ago. Your sister has a PhD in finance. She manages the company's financial operations. What about you? In these past few years abroad, what achievements have you made? I felt a bit ashamed. I'm not interested in company matters. But you can't force me into an arranged marriage. To consolidate the C family's position in Yincheng. I don't agree. Simu's expression darkened. His tone left no room for negotiation. This is the path you must take. You have no say in the matter. The conversation on the first day back home ended unpleasantly. Just as I returned to my room, my phone rang briefly. It was a picture. In the picture, a woman was facing away from the camera. A black long dress accentuated her stunning figure, but her face was not visible. Beneath the woman was a man, half closed, with a pair of dazed eyes. My breath caught. It was that woman. What happened last night had been recorded on video. Then, a few lines of text to my phone. They wanted the video. 10 million. Or, the VIP area on the top floor of a private club tonight. You know what I mean. They were threatening me. Damn it. I've walked right into a scam. Courting disaster. I gritted my teeth and got dressed. I drove a black sports car out of the garage and stormed out of the door. The VIP area of the private club. I want to see who the hell that blind fool is. You dare to scheme against me, Cheng Fong. A few people on the riverbank. Wait for me downstairs at the private club. That woman from last night has been found. On the road. The red light ahead turns on. I just stepped on the brakes. Suddenly, the sports car jolted violently. The impact made me bounce off the seat. Do you even know how to drive? I shouted in anger. Then I walked to the back of the car to take a look. The rear of the sports car was already damaged. Behind it was a black Rolls-Royce. The situation is somewhat better than my sports car. I was also in a hurry to find that woman from last night. I'm in no mood to deal with this crap. It's official, settled privately. Hurry up. You're delaying my important matters. Can you afford to compensate? Please hold on. Let me ask. The driver walked to the back window of the Rolls-Royce. It seemed like he was asking for the opinions of the people inside. Then the door of the Rolls-Royce opened. A woman stepped out from inside. I looked up. I instantly recognized her as the one who delivered the invitation to the C family, Gu Weiyan. I didn't look closely this morning. I just thought this woman seemed a bit cold. Now that I look at her closely, she is indeed very beautiful. Settled privately. Gu Weiyan glanced at the condition of the car. Her expression was calm. The car needs repairs. I will cover all the costs. Do you have any other requests? It's over. I opened the car door and took out my phone. They seemed a bit anxious. Have it fixed and sent to Jing Hewan. Jing Hewan. Seeing that I wanted to leave, Gu Weiyan immediately asked. You are Si Nan, the youngest son of the C family, or are you just good at remembering? I forced a smile. After all, she is a notable figure in Yuncheng. She might eventually be a business partner of the C family. Makes no sense at all. I also shouldn't be too rude. I still have things to do. I'll take my leave now. Please take care of the car repair. There's no way to hail a taxi here. Where are you headed? To show my apologies. I can give you a ride. I scanned the area around me. Then I quickly glanced at my watch. There's still some time before evening. I should still be on time. No need for 7. I'll have a friend pick me up, and that's fine. Before I could even pick up my phone to call Fong, a Bentley quickly drove up from nearby. Then, I saw the driver quickly get out. He respectfully opened the car door. Gu Dai. Gu Weiyan looked at me. She tilted her head a little. Get in the car. I'll give you a ride. I hesitated for a moment. Although I was a bit curious about why this car arrived so quickly, I also felt it would be rude to refuse again. So I got into the car with her. Smelling the faint scent of milk beside me, Gu Weiyan's lips curled into a faint smile. Today I'm only wearing a simple t-shirt. Plus that clean and handsome face. It makes the whole person look sunny and vibrant. Gu Weiyan's eyes were filled with a burning obsession. Yet her expression remained calm, showing no hint of emotion. I met you 3 years ago. At the auction. I remember. It was Si Yen who brought you there. I have an impression of you. She remembers. At that time, I was following Si Yen. A young face, clean and handsome. As we brushed past each other, she caught a faint scent of milk. It smelled really good, just like now. Gu Weiyan casually looked at him, took a deep breath. No one knows. Her obsession with the scent of milk has reached an outrageous level. You know, my older brother. I was taken aback. My eyes quickly shifted. A thought immediately popped into my mind. If my brother can marry into the Gu family, it would solidify the Si family's position in Yin City. Then would I be free? Thinking about the marriage alliance, I successfully sold my brother out. So what do you think of my brother? Gu Weiyan glanced at me. She immediately guessed my intention. He is very outstanding. Moreover, he is very talented. My eyes lit up. There's hope. My brother is really impressive. And he has a very good temper. He never loses his temper with those around him. Additionally, he remains morally upright. Having lived for more than 20 years, he hasn't even had a woman by his side. He is also very capable. Under his management, the company has already gone public. The stock price has multiplied several times. Moreover, he's a real diamond bachelor. Speaking of my brother, I feel like I have endless things to say, and it's quite peculiar, for fear that Gu Weiyan wouldn't approve of him. Gu Weiyan looked at the boy's shining eyes, and that incessant chattering lips. I really wish I could pull him back right now, and bite him hard in my arms. However, since there's this opportunity, she might as well make good use of it. Wait until she can lure him in. Then she can settle both old and new scores. There's some hearsay. Si Yen. He has a strong masculine charm. I smiled with a hint of mischief. It's almost done. Just before getting out of the car, I took the initiative to pull out my phone and added Gu Weiyan's contact. Now, in my heart, Gu Weiyan is already my future sister-in-law. In speech and action, they have become unconsciously much more friendly. I heard that in 3 days, the Gu family will hold a charity gala. By then, my brother will also go. Even if he doesn't want to go, I'll drag him along. He must go. Welcome. Gu Weiyan smiled slightly. You can come too. I'll go. I answered very decisively. I still need to set my brother up. How could I possibly miss it? In order to bridge the gap between me and Gu Weiyan, I tentatively asked, can I call you Sister Yen? Call me Sister Nai. Gu Weiyan smiled and said, I like this title. From now on, you have to call me that every day. The more you call. She grew more excited. Looking at Gu Weiyan's smiling eyes, I felt a bit excited inside. Exited the car. I climbed back into the car. I said to Gu Weiyan, older sister, you look great when you smile. After saying that, I quickly got out of the car again, and walked toward Qingfang. My suppressed feelings improved a lot. Watching the young boy bounce around happily, Gu Weiyan's smile grew wider. Little thing. Let's see how you move in and out of sister's palm. The video thing was just a cover. Once I rushed into the club with people, it naturally ended up being in vain. Bastard. Was taken by someone. I angrily pounded my fist heavily against the door. Soon, my phone chimed with a message notification. Next time, come alone. Or, 20 million. I glanced at the few people behind me. I felt an inexplicable sense of panic inside. How did that woman know I brought someone? Could it be that all my actions were under her watchful eyes? I just returned to the country. I haven't offended anyone. Who is trying to set me up? Why? Qingfang took my phone and glanced at it. Damn. Seriously, how dare she ask for such an outrageous amount? I felt a bit irritated inside. I snatched the phone back. I waved my hand at the people beside me. Thank you for your hard work. You all can go back first. The few people were Qingfang's goons. I have been abroad for these past few years. They naturally aren't familiar with me. After Qingfang finished, the goons finally turned to leave. If you ask me, it's better to use money to resolve the issue. 20 million. Your family, the Si family, is not lacking in resources. I said through gritted teeth. Even if I call the police, it's common knowledge. I cannot let that woman take advantage of me. Even if she slept with me, not paying is one thing. How dare she still extort me? When has our young master ever been this pathetic? If I don't drag that woman out, I swear I won't be human. As soon as the words left my mouth, another message came in on my phone. Call the police. I will back up the video 1,000 times. The first one. And send it to Si Mukin. Tomorrow, at the top floor club of Bishi Villa. Come alone. Maybe. 30 million. I felt the same way. I almost threw my phone out the window. I glanced at the surveillance camera in the hallway. Then I gave the camera the finger. In a slow and deliberate manner, I shouted angrily, bitch, I will kill you. At this time, in the Bentley downstairs, Gu Weiyan looked at me through the computer in front of her. Seeing my gritted teeth expression, the corners of her lips curled into a smile. Small thing. Sister is waiting for you to handle it. Leave the club. I declined Qingfang's proposal to drink together. I'm not going. Go home. Okay, I'll give you a ride. Cheng Fong did not insist. Just opened the car door. A honking sound came from nearby. I glanced over. It was Wei Yan's Bentley. I hesitated for a moment. I then leaned down to say to the driver. Cheng Fong in the driver's seat said, "You go back first. About tomorrow's matters. We will discuss it again." I shut the car door. I then walked towards Ben He. Anyway, one important thing after another. Solving one is better than none. Since I can't handle this matter, let's first settle the marriage alliance. Why the long face? What happened? Just got in the car. Wei Yan handed over a bottle of milk. I didn't think much of it. I opened the cap and took a big gulp. I was completely unguarded. My future sister-in-law. It's impossible for them to harm me. It's annoying in the mountains. What are you doing here? I'm working nearby. I was worried it would be inconvenient for you to go home. I'll come over as soon as I finish. After all, I did hit your car. It's all about feelings and logic. 1,000 feelings and 1,000 reasons. I can't just ignore it. Gu Weiyan closed her laptop. She turned her head to look at me. What's bothering you? Your older brother can't solve this. I can help you figure it out. Once these words were spoken, I became even more convinced of my thoughts. This woman and my brother are truly a match made in heaven. If they're not together, it's hard for the universe to tolerate it even for a day. It's nothing. I can solve it myself. I looked out the window. I felt inexplicably touched by this future sister-in-law. Who says that Miss Gu is indifferent and heartless? She's so righteous and carefree. It must be that Si Lauda didn't see this coming. After a moment of silence, Gu Weiyan suddenly said, "It's getting late. I haven't eaten yet. Why don't we eat together? After we finish eating, I'll take you home." I was going to refuse. Suddenly, I had a brilliant idea. Okay, I'll call my big brother, to see if he's done with his work. He's quite the eligible bachelor. He's just naturally someone who spends money. Today, we'll treat him to a feast. Gu Weiyan frowned slightly, but it didn't interrupt my actions. This kid isn't quite familiar with her yet. She can't let the cat out of the bag. When the call connected, Si Yan was having a video meeting in his office. The company is currently running a very important project. The profits are considerable. For this project, he has been busy for several days straight. Seeing that the call was from his brother, Si Yan raised his hand. The meeting was interrupted. "Brother, have you finished your work? I'm inviting you to dinner." Si Yan smiled slightly. There was no seriousness of a superior in his eyes. "You've been back for 2 days. And now you think of your brother. I've been a bit busy these days. Besides those few friends, what else could you possibly be busy with?" I frowned. "Don't insult my friend." Okay. Si Yan raised his hand and rubbed his forehead. It eased his fatigue a bit. "Is your pocket money running low again? I'll call you right away. I'll go home once I finish my current project. Don't bother me these next few days." I was just about to say something else, when suddenly, I heard the busy tone from my phone. Soon, I received a message notification. It was a transfer red envelope. It even had a message attached. 100,000 for 2 days of peace. I curled my lips. I took the red envelope without any hesitation. If it's free, why not take it? During the phone call, the Bentley has already parked in front of a very outside the classy Western restaurant. "Will your older brother come?" Gu Weiyan asked knowingly. "He is still busy. I feel a bit regretful. What a good opportunity to get to know each other. And it's just been missed like this. But that's okay. There will be other opportunities in the future. If I manage to finalize this marriage proposal, then I won't have to be forced into an arranged marriage by Si Chen anymore. I can still receive double love from my older brother and sister-in-law. The thought of it excites me." Arrived. "Go on up." Upon hearing this, Sinan glanced outside through the car window. It's a bit like being on a tiger and unable to get off. "Actually, I didn't want to come. Older brother isn't coming. I'm having dinner with my future sister-in-law. People always feel a bit strange. But we've already arrived at the door. If he refuses again, it would really be quite impolite. The restaurant's environment is very nice. Be quiet. Tasteful. Not far away, there's also a violinist. The piece he played was very fitting for the occasion. How to look at it? Why does it seem like a great place for romance? However, my heart is at ease. Naturally, I wouldn't have any improper thoughts about my future sister-in-law. Yes, I like to eat steak. So I chose this place. You don't mind, right? I shook my head. During the gap when Gu Weiyan was communicating with the waiter, I secretly took a side photo of her. I have to admit, a beautiful woman is indeed beautiful. She truly has no angles that aren't perfect. Long eyelashes. A high, straight nose. Slightly raised the corners of Yang's lips. From this angle. Amazing. I scrolled through my phone. I wanted to send a picture to Si Yan. Suddenly, I remembered the things he asked me not to disturb him with. One side took back the picture again. "Are you drinking?" Gu Weiyan gave me a meaningful glance. I still have 2 bottles of red wine here. With such a good atmosphere, it would be perfect to liven things up. I remembered that on my first day back, I messed things up because I drank. Not only was I played by someone, but I was also extorted. As soon as I returned, I flat out declined. No more drinking. I need to go home later. If my dad catches a whiff of the alcohol on me, he'll definitely lecture me again. Gu Weiyan didn't push me. Are you really afraid of your dad? It's not that I'm afraid. I just don't want to go against him. At his age, getting angry could lead to a heart attack, and that would be a problem. Gu Weiyan's calm expression slightly darkened. She agreed with my point of view. When one wishes to care for their parents, they may no longer be around. Only when something is lost do we think to cherish it. Everything pales in comparison to that. Just like her father. He can never come back again. I heard from your father. You've been abroad for these 3 years. Why did you go abroad? Young. Not understanding things. A bit impulsive. I scratched my head. But when it comes to those old stories, I don't actually feel embarrassed. It was originally about upholding justice. He just went a bit too far. But he wasn't wrong. 4 years ago, I hadn't graduated from high school yet. I encountered school violence at school. It was a moment of impulse. I ended up giving that leader kid a beating. I hit him a bit too hard. His family has some connections. He made a huge fuss about it for over half a year. Later, my dad found it bothersome. Sent me abroad. Gu Weiyan isn't too clear about this matter. When she first met me, it was at an auction 3 years ago. It was not long after I went abroad. Did you go alone? Not exactly. But in the end, I bore it all alone. It was my suggestion. Naturally, I have to take responsibility. Gu Weiyan smiled slightly. You do have a strong sense of justice. And you're quite loyal. I think so too. It's nice to have someone recognize my values. I'm very happy. But my dad doesn't think so. He always says I'm impulsive. That I won't accomplish anything. On a more positive note, it's like having courage without strategy. To put it bluntly, it's like my mind got kicked by a donkey. Listening to my humorous remarks, Gu Weiyan was immediately amused. She previously only thought, this boy was handsome and clean-cut. A blank sheet of paper. She didn't expect that. This person is really quite interesting. There's nothing wrong with standing up for what's right. In the future, you can do whatever you want. Your family doesn't understand you. I support you. I was a bit taken aback. I didn't expect that. This future sister-in-law is so enthusiastic. And so righteous as well. If Si Yen doesn't marry her, it would be a great injustice. This meal was quite relaxed. I spoke humorously. Si Yen was straightforward and honest. Gu Weiyan also acknowledges my values in life. Unknowingly, the relationship between the two of us seemed to have become much closer. When I returned home, my parents had already gone to their rooms to sleep. The servants had also gone to rest. But the lights in the living room were still on. At this moment, there sat a beautiful and gentle woman on the sofa. A tall and slender figure. Her long red hair was tied back. She had a very intellectual beauty. It's just that others don't know. I am very clear about it. The woman's apparent intelligence is just for show. Actually, her personality is quite fiery. Especially towards me, this cute and pitiful one. This little brother who is both adorable and lovable. That's like a fierce hand destroying flowers. Without any mercy. Knowing that I've gotten into trouble today, I walked over with a nervous heart. I gave Si Nan a big hug. Sister, I finally came back. You must have missed me terribly, right? Si Nan chuckled softly. He pushed me with his hand. I took the opportunity to sit on the sofa. Cut that out. Did you take my sports car? I gave a timid nod. Actually, this isn't my fault. Although my family isn't short on money, the items we have at home are more about quality than quantity. So whether the car is expensive or cheap, each person only has one. There aren't any extras. I just came back from abroad. I haven't had the time to get a vehicle yet. And Sinan happens to be on a business trip these days. So the sports car is just sitting in the garage. That's why I could only drive hers. Where's the car? It's gone for repairs. Went to repair it. Nan's eyes were wide. Reached out and twisted my arm. The facade of sophistication vanished in an instant. Sure. You wrecked it in just one day. You wasteful child. Is there anything at home that you can't mess with? It wasn't me who crashed. It was a rear-end collision. Someone else hit me from behind. Don't report me. Repairs are free. You're quite proud of yourself, aren't you? Of course, I was really furious. The secret sports car was replaced by her just last year. It's the latest model. It's not cheap either. She's always taken great care of it. I didn't expect this kid to crash it just 2 days after returning. He crashed it for her. I felt a bit guilty. Dad said, he'll buy me a new one tomorrow. How about I give you the new one? I'll switch with you. Hearing this made Si Nan even angrier. She leaned down and hugged my neck tightly. Gritting her teeth, she shouted. My sports car is a limited edition Ferrari. It was parked early. Can you compensate me with an exact same one? Ahem, I collapsed onto the couch. I was messing around with Ron. Mom. Help. Your daughter is acting rabid again. Good kid. How dare you call me a dog? Just watch, I'll hold you tight. Mom. Calm down. I didn't get my rabies shot. In the midst of our play, my t-shirt collar slipped down. A faint pink mark appeared. Ron has sharp eyes. She tugged at my collar, looking at more marks underneath. Sinan squinted his eyes. All right then, Demon Zhu Yuan. You dare to learn from those unscrupulous men to toy with women. Dad, your son, My heart skipped a beat. I jumped up from the couch with a gasp. I quickly covered her mouth. If this gets out to old man C, he'd break my legs. Sis. Spare me. My brother just made a mistake that all men in the world make. An impulse arose from the heart. I can't control it. You don't understand men's affairs. Pooh. Ron pulled my hand away. He snorted. Older brother wouldn't do this. It's because you have the guts and the will to commit a crime. Yes, yes, yes. I was wrong. Sister. Be gentle with your words. This matter must not be known to the old man. Otherwise, who will pamper you in the future? A month's. I gritted my teeth. Damn woman. Take advantage of the situation. Deal. This is more like it. Ran stood up straight. Pointed at my shoulder. Here. Good money. In a place where Ron can't see. I secretly made a cutting motion across my throat at her. Then resignedly began to knead her shoulder. The pressure was just right as I started to massage. Sister. When I got home yesterday, I overheard a secret. None of your business. Do you want to know? What secret? To retaliate against Ron's opportunism. I smiled mischievously. Yesterday when I got home, I overheard a conversation between Dad and Mom. Tongran turned around. I had an inexplicable bad feeling in my heart. What did they say? Ahem. I cleared my throat twice. Seriously, he recounted what his father had said to him. I embellished it when I told Sinan. They said, you're not a kid anymore. It's time to look for a suitable family. You can't keep staying at your parents' home. 3 days from now, the Gu family is holding a charity gala. There will definitely be many business elites there. They plan to have you go and marry for alliance. Still say, as a member of the C family, this is a path you must take. You have no say in the matter. Nan's expression changed. As expected, she couldn't escape. No matter how hard she tried. In the end, she couldn't avoid the fate of an arranged marriage. But she is only 24. She doesn't want to get married so early. Besides, she has 3 days from now. Tongran suddenly stood up. She grabbed her bag from the sofa and headed for the door. Just as I was about to leave, I turned back again. He gave me a meaningful look. My parents still don't know I'm back. Keep your mouth shut, you brat. If you dare to spill it, be careful, or I'll tell Dad about your womanizing. I tried not to laugh. He nodded with a playful grin. If Mom and Dad make any moves in the future, make sure to tell me in time. Ron reached out and tapped my forehead. I'll deal with you when I return. Ron is on a business trip again. Ran is on a business trip again. Just in time for the charity gala hosted by Heir. However, the hidden agenda in this. Only I know. One less threat. I couldn't be happier inside. So carefree. I almost forgot there's a woman extorting me. The next day, I took the black card given by Chen. I picked up a luxury car worth 4 million. I completed the paperwork. Driving the car I liked. Cruising down the smooth highway. I'm in such a great mood. Suddenly, a notification sound from the car system went off. I picked up my phone to take a look. It was another image. Again, it was a woman with her back to the camera. Her features were hidden. But this time, the man beneath her had his shirt completely removed. His pants were torn. Stuck in a compromising position. It made one's imagination run wild. That night at the top floor lounge of Bishui Mountain Villa, someone was trapped. Otherwise, 40 million. Looking at the message on my phone, the fury in my eyes was almost burning me up. 40 million. They really dared to demand such a high price. Tonight, I'm going to tell that woman. Not a single cent. Night. I changed into a white shirt, hiding a folding knife in my sleeve. Just to be safe, I made 2 preparations. I had Qingfang wait outside the villa with some people. If I wasn't out in an hour, they should rush in to save me. Get ready together. I then got up and walked into the villa. I entered the VIP club on the 71st floor. I took out my phone. I sent a message to that mysterious woman. I'm here. That room. A few seconds later, a message came back. You're very obedient. Turn left. Go to the end. Turn right. The innermost room. The code. 3322. I got the specific location. I immediately forwarded this message to Qingfang. Following the message's instructions, I quickly found that room. Standing at the door, I took a deep breath. Then, I knocked on the door according to the instructions. The door opened with a sound. It was pitch black inside. Only a few faint rays of light came in from the window. I hesitated for a moment. My hand behind my back held a folding knife. It was tightly clenched in my palm. I stepped back inside. The moment I entered the door behind me slammed shut. I froze for a moment. I quickly turned around to be on guard. The room was pitch dark. I couldn't adapt to the darkness for a moment. After a while, I adjusted. Through the faint light outside the window, I saw a silhouette. It was slowly approaching me. Damn it, daring to mess with me, seeking death. I shouted in anger. I gave the person opposite me no chance to react. I swung the folding knife in my hand. In the darkness, Gu Weiyan smiled slyly. The knife glinted with a cold light, red with reflection. Suddenly, she blocked my wrist. With her other hand, she held a mini syringe. She quickly pressed it against my waist. Within 2 seconds, my body went limp. She seized the opportunity to snatch the folding knife from my hand. She threw me onto the bed. Her movements were quick and decisive. In just a minute's time, she completely gained the upper hand. I watched helplessly as a shadow slowly approached the edge of the bed. It slowly crawled onto me. I felt a sense of panic inside. Who exactly are you? We don't know each other at all. Why are you trying to scheme against me? Gu Weiyan looked at the panic in my eyes. She let out a low chuckle. Then there was another moment of silence. The game was still ongoing. She couldn't reveal her identity yet. I heard laughter. I was so angry my liver felt like it was on fire. What exactly do you want to do? Let me tell you. I want money. No way. A faint scent of milk lingered in the air. Gu Weiyan lowered her head. She greedily took a breath in. Truly a foolish child. She just wanted to freely smell the scent on him. Just like right now. And also relive the beauty of that night. Who exactly are you? If I have a grudge against you, you better say it. Is this really fun? Cursing again. Gu Weiyan frowned slightly. She kissed my lips as if to punish me. It was rough, as if she wanted to consume me. The thing she hates most is cursing. This bad habit. She has to correct him. I have no experience with intimate contact with women. This kiss. The kiss took my breath away. I was blushing so hard my ears turned red. I got a chance to catch my breath. I took a few deep breaths. Are you out of your mind? As soon as the words came out, Gu Weiyan bit my collarbone as if to punish me again. The pain made me involuntarily gasp. Are you never going to stop? A bite on the waist. UTM, a bite on the butt. Hiss, go away. Dead pervert. I don't know how long time has passed. The soreness in my body gradually faded. I just regained a bit of strength. I wanted to hit him, but Gu Weiyan stopped her movements. Then I got up. She reached out and gently pinched my face. Then she opened the door and walked out. I watched Gu Weiyan's figure as she left. I gritted my teeth. I was filled with rage. That dead woman. Half the young master will catch you. The young master will definitely kill you. After a while, I calmed down again. I could already move slightly. I sat up. I put on my clothes. My legs went weak when I got out of bed. I almost knelt down on the floor. In order to find that woman quickly. I trembled as I held on to the wall. I opened the door and walked out. I glanced at the watch on my wrist. I wanted to grab my phone to call Qingfang. But I realized my phone was gone. When Gu Weiyan left, she had already taken my phone. Gu Dai. The proposal has been completed. There are a total of 10 plans. You have a look. I had just taken the elevator down to the first floor. A familiar person walked towards me. 2 sharply dressed men followed behind him. It looks like a company executive. Si Nan. Gu Weiyan is standing by the elevator. She is looking at the people inside the elevator. She seems a bit surprised. What are you doing here? I curled my lips. I suddenly just wanted to throw myself into my sister-in-law's arms and cry. But I couldn't. This is going to be my future sister-in-law. I can't overstep the boundaries. Gu Weiyan handed the project proposal in her hand to the vice president beside her. She instructed. You all go up and rest for a bit. 1 or 2 vice presidents nodded. They then opened another elevator and went upstairs. The medication in my system hasn't fully worn off yet. My movements are a bit sluggish. Gu Weiyan noticed the situation. She stepped forward a couple of paces. She reached out to support me. What's wrong with you? Are you feeling unwell? Where do you feel uncomfortable? Do you need me to take you to the hospital? No need. I'm fine. I'll feel better soon. Looking at Gu Weiyan's concerned expression, I felt really touched inside. She treats me so well even before we've truly interacted. This sister-in-law, I've decided on her. Sister, how did you end up here? I came for a meeting. The facilities in this manor are quite complete. After the meeting, the employees can relax properly. I nodded. He truly is a great boss. He understands how to care for his employees so well. No wonder the Gu family's business is so prosperous. An hour has passed. Ching Fong saw that I hadn't come out of the manor yet. He immediately rushed in with his men. Just arrived in the living room. He saw Gu Weiyan helping me out of the elevator. It's this woman, right? Damn it. Stupid bitch. How dare you scheme against my brother? Ching Fong gritted his teeth. He took a few steps over. He pulled out the nunchakus hidden at his lower back. With a swift flick, he swung them up. No matter whether it's a man or a woman, whoever dares to harm young Master C, they are Ching Fong's enemy. He will beat them without hesitation. Well done. It's not her. I was just about to step forward nervously to stop this impulsive idiot Ching Fong. Suddenly, my body staggered. Gu Weiyan had already pulled me behind her a step ahead. I raised my arm to block. Then, a loud bang was heard. The nunchaku struck her arm. Gu Weiyan let out a cry of pain. Ah! Gu Weiyan cried out in pain. Instinctively, I took a step back. Then her back collided with mine. I lost my balance. Both of us fell to the ground together. Si Nan struggled to get closer to Gu Weiyan. I nervously checked her condition. Sister, you're all right. That strike. Her arm would surely be broken. Sure enough. As she rolled up her long sleeves, her arm was already visibly swollen. Ching Fong, you son of a bitch. Did I ask you to lay a hand on her? Gu Dai. The employees who arrived a little late saw that Gu Weiyan was injured. He immediately came over and helped her up. You're injured. Hurry. Take me to the hospital. Gu Weiyan glanced at me with a pained expression. Today's incident. You must give me a reasonable explanation. It's not her. Ching Fong scratched his head, confused. I inexplicably thought of that day. The torn clothes in the hotel. She's so beautiful. She really doesn't look like that beast. Xing. You're finished, buddy. My hands and feet are still a bit clumsy. Getting up from the ground was a bit difficult for me. Hurry up and help me up. Ching Fong helped me up. His eyes scanned me from top to bottom. What are you doing? Another strike. What are you doing? Another hit. Where is that woman? Do you see clearly this time? I ignored him. I was just looking in the direction Gu Weiyan left. I felt guilty and anxious inside. Hurry. Take me to the hospital. Slow down the pace. The effects of the medication in my body finally wore off completely. When I got off the car again, I was already lively and energetic. I quickly caught up with Gu Weiyan. I supported her and did some checks. Fortunately, her arm was just swollen. It wasn't broken. Sister, I'm sorry. Gu Weiyan glanced at me. Then she instructed the employee who had followed her. You guys can go back first. Let Deputy General Manager Chen decide on the proposal. I need to take a few days off. Let him hold the meeting. After the meeting, you all relax well at the villa. All expenses will be deducted from my personal account. Alright, Gu He. Additionally, do not disclose this matter to others. I don't want to hear any rumors. Understood. Gu Dai, don't worry. Then we will head back first. While Gu Weiyan was speaking, I kept my head down. My right foot unconsciously kicked lightly at the ground. Like a child who has made a mistake. Take me home. I heard the command. And immediately followed along eagerly. This matter was my fault. If she is angry, then let her take it out on me. Whether it's beating or scolding, I'm at your disposal. It's a car I just bought. Gu Weiyan was sitting in the passenger seat. Her eyes scanned the interior of the car. Not bad. Very classy, yes. It was just mentioned this morning. Seeing that she didn't bring up what happened earlier, I felt a bit uneasy inside. After a moment of silence, Gu Weiyan suddenly turned to look at me, and asked, Go ahead, talk. What exactly happened today? Why did your friend attack me for no reason? Give me a reasonable explanation. I can let it go for your sake, and not hold it against him. My fingers gripped the steering wheel. My knuckles were slightly white. I didn't know how to start. If Gu Weiyan found out about me and that woman, would she think that the men of the C family behave inappropriately, thus despising my older brother, refusing to marry into the C family? The seeker cancelled the collaboration with the C family, no matter what decision she makes. To me, it is also a considerable loss for the C family. Gu Weiyan looked down at her swollen arm. She said softly, Your friend maliciously harmed me. That person will face a lawsuit. Whether it's the physical harm I've suffered, or the emotional damages, and the economic loss to the Gu family while I recover at home. For the Qianqing family, it's something they can't bear. I pondered for a moment. Then I steeled myself. I'm going all in. Let them do as they please. Afterwards, I then told her everything that happened in the past 2 days. I recounted it in detail. Gu Weiyan listened quietly. Her expression was calm. So, it means, you slept with that woman. She is also blackmailing you. My flushed face retorted. It's not that I slept with that woman. It's that clean and handsome little boy behind him. Is there a difference? Of course there is a difference. I suddenly thought of something. I hurriedly said. This matter is about my personal style. It has nothing to do with my brother. He is quite upright in character. Moreover, he is mentally healthy. The body is healthier. Why not tell the family about this? Let them help you resolve it. Gu Wei Yan interrupted me. What about Si Yen? She is not interested. The person she had her eye on back then. It's the clean and handsome little boy behind him. How could I dare to tell them about this? I felt a bit wronged inside. Don't be fooled by my dad's appearance. In fact, his thoughts are very corrupt. In his eyes, messing around before marriage is moral corruption. Even if I was schemed against, he would still think it takes two to tango. A fly doesn't land on an egg without cracks. If he finds out about this, he'll break my legs. Gu Weiyan's expression slightly changed. She didn't expect this at all. The Si family's upbringing would be so strict. However, this also confirmed a fact for her. The kid in front of her, although a bit mischievous, but before her, he absolutely hasn't been fooling around with outside women. She is his first woman. Of course, she will also be the last. Afterward, with her around, she would definitely not allow another woman to appear by his side. Turn right ahead. Head back to Bishi Villa. I glanced to the side. Your arm is injured. Do you still need to go back to work? Gu Weiyan's tone was calm. She didn't hide her thoughts. I'll help you solve the problem. Since we know each other, I can't just stand by and do nothing. I was stunned for a moment. I couldn't come to my senses for a long time. The road led back to. Still not turning. What are you thinking? Oh. Hearing this, I snapped back to reality. I randomly turned on the right signal light. Turned the steering wheel to the right. Drove towards the direction of Bishui Shanzhuang. Gu Weiyan brushed her bangs away from her forehead. She tucked it behind her ear. Do you think that I won't help you? I nodded. To be honest, I really didn't expect her to choose to help me. I glanced at Gu Weiyan. Under the illumination of the streetlight, Gu Weiyan's brows and eyes were gentle. She had a uniquely captivating aura. Like a fairy from the 9 heavens. The more I looked, the more I felt that this woman before me was beautiful and approachable. Indeed, she would definitely be the best sister-in-law in the world. Returned to Bishi Mountain Villa. Gu Weiyan quickly found someone to use technical methods. Repaired the surveillance footage that had been altered. Watching the woman appear in the monitoring footage, I gritted my teeth, wishing I could rush into the footage and bite that despicable woman to death. Damn it. Finally, I found her. The woman in the surveillance footage is tall. She has a figure that looks hot and sexy in a black long dress. She looks just like the woman in the picture on my phone. It's just a shame. That woman is hiding her identity. She's not only wearing a mask on her face, she's also wearing a wide-brimmed black knit hat. So I couldn't see her face at all. Damn it. That damn woman. When I catch her, I will definitely teach her a lesson on how to behave. No swearing allowed. Gu Weiyan frowned slightly. I don't like to hear that. I'm just saying. That's a bit inappropriate. Sorry about that. I got used to it in the past. I'll change from now on. Actually, our family has good values. Especially my older brother. He's very polite. Gu Weiyan is sitting in the chair in front of the monitor. She turned to look at me. Today, you've already had direct contact with that woman. And you didn't even drink. Did that person educate her? The words I didn't finish were stuck in my throat. My face quickly turned red to the naked eye. This woman is too sinister. She used trickery. So, I'm saying, you've been schemed against again. Gu Weiyan looked at my flushed face with an amused expression. She asked knowingly, the surveillance showed that you were in the room together for 40 minutes. In those 40 minutes, what happened between you two? As soon as those words were spoken, my face turned even redder. What stock? It's just, we talked about life, and briefly discussed plans. Seeing me stammer, Gu Weiyan looked like she wanted to laugh. Suddenly, my eyes brightened. I immediately pointed. Sister, look quickly. That woman threw my phone into the flower pot outside 7. Wait for me a moment. I'm going to get it back. Watching my hasty retreat, Gu Weiyan's calm expression instantly turned into deep laughter. You're so shy after just a few kisses. After that, will I become even more shy? The phone has been retrieved, but the person hasn't been found. The threat continues. I feel a bit lost inside. Gu Weiyan walked out of the monitoring room. She softly comforted me. Don't worry. I will help you with this matter. And I won't let your family know. It's getting late. You should go home first. If there's any news, I will notify you. Sinan felt a warmth in his heart. Sister, thank you. You can rest assured. About your relationship with my brother, I will definitely spare no effort. Gu Weiyan's expression slightly changed. You little rascal. Sister just wants to be with you. But you pushed her towards someone else. This little fairy. Sister has noted it down. The next day at dawn, the sky had just begun to lighten slightly. I was still lost in a nightmare, tearing each other apart with that woman. Suddenly, I jolted awake. I was instantly startled awake by the notification sound. Damn it! That dead woman. Why won't she leave me alone? I crawled out of bed. I anxiously grabbed my phone to take a look. The issue has already been resolved. Gu Weiyan. I was stunned for a while. Then I abruptly sat up. I immediately dialed Gu Weiyan's number. Hello. The owner is injured. They are currently recovering. Please leave a message if you need anything. I hung up the phone. Suddenly, a warm sensation swept from my heart to my limbs. My sister-in-law is really great. Everyone is injured. She's still so concerned about my issues. You solved the problem so quickly. She must have been busy all night. Thinking of this, I immediately climbed out of bed. I washed up briefly. Then I headed downstairs. I can't let Gu Weiyan bear everything alone. I am going to deliver warmth to my sister-in-law. Let her experience the warmth of the Sea family. Downstairs, the servants have already gotten up and started to get busy. When they saw me coming down, they were all taken aback. Did the sun rise in the west today? The young master of the Sea family has always loved to sleep in. I actually got up early. Uncle Wu, make a bit more for breakfast. Add a few more red dates to the 8 treasures porridge. Aunt Lu, could you help me find 2 large thermoses? I have use for them. After dawn, I couldn't wait to carry 2 huge thermoses. Drove my beloved car to Bishi Mountain Villa. In the guest room, Gu Weiyan looked at the red dot on the locator. It was getting closer to Bishui Shanzhuang. A slight smile couldn't help but curve at the corners of her mouth. Her fish are small. It's already hooked. 10 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. Gu Weiyan opened the door. Her expression was a bit tired. Si Nan. What brings you here? I came to deliver breakfast. I lifted the thermos in my hand. I also got something good for Si Yen. My older brother asked me to come. Gu Weiyan smiled. Come in. I took a glance around the guest room. My brother-in-law and future sister-in-law are alone together. A man and a woman alone. Isn't that a bit inappropriate? How about this? I'll wait for you in the tea room. Gu Weiyan looked at me. Her eyes were a deep, rich color. The hues in her eyes were elusive. There was a hint of inscrutable emotions hidden in her gaze. What is there to be afraid of? If you're upright, you have nothing to fear. As for me, sister, there's just the right tricky matter waiting for you to handle. A tricky matter. Could it be that video? Just thinking about it made my heart race. I stepped directly into the room. Older sister. That woman has been found, right? Where is she? What does she look like? I didn't see her. I just had someone arrange it. They found her through some intermediaries. That person was very cautious. It took a lot of effort. This piqued my curiosity. That matter. How was it handled? Gu Weiyan leaned casually against the sofa. She intentionally did this in front of me. She picked up the bruise ointment from the table. She gently applied it to her swollen arm. Naturally, it's about paying money to avoid disaster. You gave her money. In my panic, my voice uncontrollably raised a bit. Wouldn't that just benefit that woman? Otherwise? Gu Weiyan glanced at me gently. Could it be that you still want to sleep with her? She actually looks forward to it. But she's afraid this guy will discover her identity. He might get angry with her. Or even distance himself from her. My face turned red. I didn't know how to return home. How much money did you give her? It came to a middle ground. 20 million. I widened my eyes in shock. When I was kidnapped as a child, I didn't even pay a penny in ransom. Now, I've been schemed against. And I still have to give that woman 20 million. The more I think about it, the more frustrated I feel. But this matter was handled by Gu Weiyan. She also wants to help me. Regardless of her stance, I have no right to criticize her. Where's that video? Is it coming over? Gu Weiyan opened the laptop on the table. It turned to my side. It's inside. I've already had someone verify it. There's no backup. As soon as I saw the live-streamed video of myself, it existed on Gu Weiyan's computer. I suddenly had a bad feeling in my heart. You didn't watch it, right? I did watch it. The situation was intense. Very intense. The future sister-in-law watched the live-streamed video of the younger brother. I felt that my worldview was greatly impacted. I lowered my head. My face was flushed. I opened the video and took a glance. I don't actually like watching this kind of stuff. I just wanted to know what that woman looked like. How dare she extort me? I have to make sure she pays for this. How is it only this little? I watched for a while. Then I realized my pants were still intact. I've completely deleted the rest. Gu Weiyan spoke calmly. It seemed that everything started from a foundation, built upon a position favorable to me. Keeping this kind of thing is a hidden risk. Did you finish watching? Just delete that paragraph too. Deleted. I didn't have any doubts. I just felt a bit angry inside. Did you see what that woman looked like? Just like what you saw. She had her back to the camera the whole time. I didn't see clearly. However, Gu Weiyan gave me a meaningful glance. You look very charming. In an instant, I blushed. For a moment, I didn't know how to react. This matter is already in the past. You don't have to worry about that woman threatening you anymore. Of course. I will help you keep this matter a secret. I absolutely won't tell your older brother. Thank you. I am a bit disappointed. This silent loss is too much to bear. I can't swallow this indignation. Delete the video. I closed my laptop. I casually placed the breakfast from the thermos on the table. Sister, I will definitely find a way to pay you back. But, it might take a little time. Gu Weiyan looked at the boy's foolishly naive expression. He looked like someone who had been sold out yet was still counting money for others. The more she looked, the cuter he seemed. This silly boy. She should protect him from now on. Who knows how much trouble he might get into. No need for that. It's just 20 million. It's nothing to worry about. This breakfast made up for it. Hearing that, I was so moved that tears almost came out. I remembered. This morning, I was too busy bringing warmth to my sister-in-law. I still hadn't taken care of the urge I held in all night. There was no time to say thank you again. I quickly stood up. Sister, you eat first. I have things to do. I need to head back first. Be careful on the way. Don't worry, sister. Brother Ji will definitely go to the charity gala. I will take care of your matters. Looking at the carefree smile of the boy, Gu Weiyan's gaze turned slightly cold. Little thing. Just wait until I win you over. I'll make you cry every day. Crying in bed. Cyan has been very busy these days. I go home for 3 or 4 days. And I still haven't seen him. In the evening, I just parked my car downstairs at the company. I saw a man in the doorway, wearing a sharp black suit. A dashing man. Brother. I called out, and took a few quick steps over. Gave Cyan a warm hug. Bro. I want you to die 7. Cyan laughed and patted my back. It's been over half a year since we last met. You've grown stronger. That's. I raised my arm and patted myself. The biceps hidden under my clothes. I said proudly. Then I said mysteriously. Guess who I saw these past few days? Who? I smiled mysteriously. I saw sister-in-law. Upon hearing this, Min Yen, the usually calm and composed Si Yen, almost choked in one breath. Sister-in-law. Could it be that the girlfriend I'm secretly dating was discovered by the family? Shouldn't we avoid discussing this? He's been so discreet about it. How would that kid know? What are you rambling on about? Where did you get a sister-in-law from? It will come soon enough. I took out my phone. I showed him a side profile photo of Gu Weiyan that I took a couple of days ago. I let my brother take a look at it. Bro, what do you think of this woman? Is she beautiful? Si Yen took the phone and glanced at it. Gu Weiyan. It's a French restaurant. How could she be dining with Sinan? To enhance Gu Weiyan's impression in Si Yan's mind, I spared no effort in making my case. She's really a nice person. She's very loyal. And she's very kind. She's also good-looking. And she knows you. Most importantly, she likes you. She has feelings for you. How do you know? She said it herself. She said you're outstanding. And you have masculine charm. Older brother. You don't know. When she praises you, her eyes sparkle. Si Yen's expression is calm. Inside, he is already starting to churn. Something's off. There's definitely something fishy going on. Gu Weiyan, known as the cold-faced specter in the business world, has always acted with swift decisiveness. Her methods are ruthless. A woman like her. Who dares to get near? If she doesn't want to. A bunch of people can't even sit at the same table with her. Let alone in a French restaurant named for romance. How did you meet her? Don't worry about that. Leave this to me. Tomorrow is the Gu family's charity gala. Brother. This is a great opportunity. A woman this good. You must seize her. Besides. This is also what Dad wants. The day I came home, I overheard his conversation with Mom. They said, you're already 18. It's time to find a wife. As a member of the C family, marrying for alliances is the only way. It's not up to you to agree or not. What I said was serious. Anyway, as long as it's not me marrying for alliances, I can sell anyone I can. Si Yan's expression darkened slightly. If you oppose me, he didn't seem suspicious at all. As the eldest in the family, if it really needs to be done through marriage alliances, to consolidate the C family's position in Yin City, he would be the first to take the brunt. But he is unwilling. He has his own love. His fate. Naturally, it should be in his own hands. Si Yan looked at his younger brother in front of him, combining this with his appearance with Gu Weiyan. At the Western restaurant, he suddenly understood something in his heart. Gu Weiyan has taken a liking to this kid. But this kid doesn't have that intention. Astonishingly, she still wants to matchmake him. After a moment of silence, Si Yan suddenly smiled. Good. Tomorrow's charity gala. I'll go. My eyes lit up. It's settled. The next evening. In the dimly lit room, Gu Weiyan looked at the projection screen on the wall. A video was currently playing on it. In the video, a young handsome man was tied to a bed. His clean, pale face had a hint of redness from drinking too much. His breathing was somewhat erratic. His beautifully toned body was slightly trembling. His long neck arched upward, revealing a sexy Adam's apple. On the Adam's apple, there were a woman's crimson lips. "Tell my sister, do you want it?" "I do." The slightly choked voice echoed in the room. It seemed to emanate a deadly allure. "Sister." Gu Weiyan nestled into the black leather sofa. Her pair of black eyes, illuminated by the light, glimmered with unspoken emotions. 3 years later, she could finally reel him in. This time, she intended to hold this man firmly in her grasp. No longer able to escape. Watching the man in the video succumb to desire, Gu Weiyan slightly curled her lips. She downed the red wine from the goblet in one go. Then she stood up. She opened the door and walked out. This video is her treasure. No one is allowed to covet it. Of course, if her little puppy wants to see it, she wouldn't mind sharing. As long as he doesn't get mad. Nightfall arrived. The soothing and melodious music drifted gently in this intertwining of wealth and power. In the luxurious banquet hall, in the corner of the banquet hall, I sat on the sofa, bored, fiddling with my phone. To be honest, I have no interest in those celebrities at the banquet. If it weren't to connect my brother and Gu Weiyan, I would have found a chance to escape long ago. Suddenly, a mocking voice rang out. "Isn't that Si Ershao? That wretched dog finally returned home." I heard a sound. I looked up. My brow furrowed slightly. Jiang Wenming. What a coincidence with enemies crossing paths. Jiang Wenming took 2 steps forward. He sat next to me. He reached out and patted my shoulder. "How's it going, third young master C? The days of being a turtle abroad. Is it better?" I smiled a little. If this were 4 years ago, if someone dared to provoke me like this, I would have lost my temper long ago. But now I've grown up. It's alright. I have everything I need. It also gives me a chance to experience the local culture abroad. In the end, I still have to thank you. Just don't know if your injury has healed well. If that's not possible, I'll compensate you a bit more for medical expenses. While speaking, I even deliberately glanced down at Jiang Wenming. The meaning couldn't be more obvious. Jiang Wenming looked at me with a smug expression. The hatred in his eyes was completely unmasked. "Don't get too cocky. Don't think that hiding abroad for a few years means this is over. This matter isn't just going to be forgotten. I tell you, our grudge. You can count on that. You better wait for me. I'll be ready at any time." I raised my eyebrows and adjusted my posture. I casually picked up a champagne glass from the table and clinked it with Jiang Wenlu's glass collided with mine. "I'm tough-skinned. I'm not afraid of crazy dogs biting me." Jiang Wenming gritted his teeth. His eyes were filled with malice. "Let's see how long you can keep up this arrogance." I gave a slight smile. I lifted my champagne glass and downed it in one go. He looked at me with an indifferent attitude. He shot me a stern glance. He said through gritted teeth, "There's plenty of time ahead. Let's wait and see." I watched their backs as they walked away. Out of the corner of my eye, I suddenly caught sight of a familiar figure. I want to stand up and say hello. Just then, my phone buzzed. Second floor tea room. 666. My eyes lit up. I immediately walked up to Si Yin. I whispered a reminder to him. "Brother, that's about enough. Stop chatting. We have serious matters to attend to." Si Yin nodded. Then he raised his champagne glass towards the people in front of us. "Excuse me. I have something to deal with. Excuse me for a moment. I'll treat you all next time. Let's discuss it in detail over drinks." They then walked to an empty corner. I waved my phone in front of Si Yin. I felt a little excited. "Brother, she's here. In the second floor tea room." Si Yin nodded. He smiled like a cunning old fox. "What if she doesn't find me attractive?" Hearing this, I immediately became a relationship coach. I patted him on the shoulder. "Be a little more confident. Right now, she has a good impression of you. This situation works in your favor." Si Yin looked at me deeply. Okay. I'll go up now." I chatted with Miss Gu about life. Wait a minute. I saw Si Yin turning around. I reminded him, frustrated that he wasn't doing better. "Are you really going empty-handed? It's our first meeting. Did you not prepare a gift for the meeting?" As I said this, I turned around. I took a bouquet of flowers that was prepared in advance from the sofa. I shoved it into his arms. "No wonder you're still single at 287. You still haven't married a wife. I can strategize for you. You might as well prepare to be single for life. You've thought this through quite well." Si Yin looked down at the flowers in his arms. Suddenly, he remembered something. "Ask. By the way, next week is Dad's birthday. What gift do you plan to get Dad? Let me tell you, you can't spend too much money. Dad hates extravagance the most." I'm carefree about it. My wife is also easygoing about it. She can't hide a thing in her heart. I plan to send Dad an urn. Half an hour later. In the tea room. It's to wake up a bit. Gu Weiyan, value the spirit of the contract the most. I hope you can keep the agreement between us. That's only natural. Miss Gu, don't worry. Soon, Si Yen walked out of the tea room empty-handed. My heart skipped a beat. So soon. How was the conversation? Not bad. Si Yen smiled meaningfully. We hit it off well. Hearing this, I breathed a sigh of relief. It's good that there's potential. As long as Si Yen marries into the Gu family, old Lord Jun Si won't force me into a business marriage. At least not for the next few years. Since we hit it off, why not chat a bit longer? Big brother, I have to advise you on something. As a man, we can't be this quick. Si Yen ignored my implied meaning. He simply reached for his coat, draping it on effortlessly and neatly. Mom just called me. Dad has been asleep for a whole day and still hasn't woken up. I'm worried something might be wrong. We need to hurry back and check. My head suddenly jolted. It's over. I've been caught. I have something to take care of. You can go by yourself. Young and strong in spirit. He definitely won't have any health issues. Si Yen squinted his eyes. His instincts told him. This kid has a problem. Confess and you will be lenient. Resist and you'll face harsh consequences. Did you say it yourself? Or should I treat you to a meal first? I shivered slightly. Regarding this kind of familial pressure, I still felt some stirrings in my heart. I'm thinking about your lifelong matters too. I don't want you to miss a good woman. Dad said. It's either you or him. Si Yen said in a deep voice. So listen. I carefully glanced at him. He stammered while speaking. So I put a sleeping pill in Dad's teacup. Didn't Dad say so? He's not been sleeping well lately. I'm just helping him out. Hearing this, Si Yen. With a serious face, he reached out to grab my clothes. He pulled me out of the banquet hall. Brother, calm down. Late at night, at the Jingha Bay Villa, a little monkey was jumping around in the room, dodging various weapons attacking from behind. It started with a men's singles match. Then it turned into mixed doubles. And later it was a three-person match. The most infuriating part was, Si Ran, the Hedong lioness, just came back from a business trip. I heard they were beating my brother at home. She rushed into the house like a whirlwind, grabbing a feather duster to confront them. In the courtyard, everyone looked at each other, shaking their heads in disbelief. The young master is too pitiful. They went at it unknown over a slight disagreement. One person challenged for. I hadn't slept all night. In the room, I couldn't sit still. My whole body ached everywhere. I really felt like I was just a freebie. No one cared about me. However, luckily, I managed to resolve things between Si Yen and Ji Weiyan. This beating was worth it. Just when I had finally found a comfortable position, and was about to take a nap, the door to the room was suddenly slammed open with a bang. I instinctively jerked my body. Wouldn't it be polite to knock? The rules of the house must have gone to the dog's belly. Little brat. Sinan was fuming. But seeing his brother's pitiful expression, he couldn't bear to scold him any further. Time to eat. Then, Tongran entered the room carrying a tray. It was filled with a hearty breakfast. Next, she picked up a piece with chopsticks, and brought a pancake to my mouth. She coaxed. Today, as the only beautiful flower in the family, can I personally feed you? I mumbled unenthusiastically. I disdainfully replied. If you are a flower, even cows wouldn't dare to poop. Don't think you've got me figured out. I will forgive you. Are you not done yet? Si Ran reached out and tapped my brain. Don't be stupid. Will Mom and Dad understand you? Will my brother and I pick you up? In everything, look for the reasons within yourself. I shot her a glance. The stock continued to refute. It was wrong of me to drug him. But that old man is too stubborn. Moreover, he means what he says. Once he's made up his mind, nothing can change it. I won't use this method to hold him back. How did my brother get the chance to go to the charity gala banquet hall? I won't go to the same banquet. How come Gu Weiyan is here? I already promised her. I can't go back on my word, can I? Si Ran sighed. Beating is beating. But it's his own brother. Should hurt but can't hurt. This breakfast was made by me personally. Can you do me a favor and take a few bites? I cast a glance at the tray on the table. Unceremoniously pointed out. Isn't this the breakfast from Longxing restaurant outside? With your skills, you struggle just to boil water. You're really good at embellishing yourself. If you want to eat, eat. You're so spoiled. Sinan heard this. He was about to leave while carrying the tray. Dad said. You're not allowed to go out for 3 days. I'll let you go hungry for 3 days. You don't get any share of the family meal. The delicious smell gradually drifted away. I instantly set aside my pride. A person is iron, and food is steel. Missing a meal makes you feel hungry. I will eat. Dear, the one whose beauty can sink fish and startle swans. The one whose beauty makes the moon hide and flowers shamed. A breathtakingly beautiful sister. Please turn around and look at your poor brother. He really needs the food in your hands. Sinan smiled a bit, then turned around and walked back. I want to eat. Say it again. The one whose beauty can sink fish and startle swans. The one whose beauty makes the moon hide and flowers shamed. The one who could topple cities and nations with her beauty. I tilted my head slightly. I'm sorry. I'm starving. The body will react. It's not like that. Sister. Don't go. There's no breakfast again. I endure the pain in my body. I got dressed and went downstairs to scavenge. Finally, I found the breakfast tray in the living room. I grabbed a piece of egg pancake and stuffed it in my mouth. Full and satisfied. I also made sure to go to Siran's room to cheer her up. After all, I still need her to help with meals these days. Otherwise, that old man really could starve me for 3 days. In the room, Siran was sitting in front of the dressing table. Basic skin care before makeup. Sister. My dear sister. My dear sister. I walked over sluggishly. I reached out and pinched Siran's shoulder. The action was skilled, making my heart ache. Seeing Siran ignoring me, I decided to pull out my trump card. This woman loves to hear secrets the most. Guess why I had to do that yesterday? I wanted my brother to attend the charity gala. Sinan's ears perked up at the words, but he didn't react much. Because I found a big sister for my brother. Upon hearing this, Sinan indeed became interested. However, after a moment of thought, he felt something was a bit off. The one you found for my brother? Did my brother agree? Of course he agreed. I felt proud that I had helped create a lovely match. I was very proud inside. They had already talked last night. My brother was very satisfied. Sinan glanced at his brother behind him through the smooth mirror. Which family's young lady? Are they a good match in terms of social status? It's Gu Weiyan, the daughter of Yi Jingchuan. Absolutely well matched in terms of family and status. Gu Weiyan. Sinan was somewhat shocked. As a renowned socialite in the business world, she naturally knew Gu Weiyan. That woman was cold and aloof. Her methods were ruthless. Would she really lower herself voluntarily? Go date a man. No matter how I think about it, I feel something is off about this. Nevertheless, I find it hard to understand. How do you know Gu Weiyan? By chance. I glanced at Sinan. I carefully said. Last time, your sports car was damaged by her. Later, we had a couple of encounters. I think she's a nice person. So, I introduced her to my brother. Unexpectedly. This worked out. You think? My brother married Gu Weiyan. It solidified our family's position in Yincheng. Dad won't pressure us into an arranged marriage anymore. Everyone is happy, right? Nevertheless, I still find it hard to believe. Given her understanding of my brother, he is not someone easily swayed on matters of arranged marriage. She definitely won't compromise either. So I'll figure something out for lunch. After finishing my makeup, Sinan picked up the Hermes on the table and went to the office. She must get to the bottom of this matter. Let's see what trick Si Yen has up his sleeve. Si Yen's matters aren't that many today. The timing is relatively flexible. Recently, the company just completed a major project. He, by nature, pushed back some less important matters. Si-ran walked into the office. She happened to hear Si Yen on the phone. The deep and magnetic voice is very gentle. Her intuition told her. The person on the other end of the line. It was a woman. Could it be Gu Weiyan? Si-ran sat in the chair at her desk. She waited for Si Yen to hang up the phone. She asked back. Bro, you have a girlfriend 7. Si Yen nodded calmly. His thoughts aligned with Si-ran's. So there's no need to hide it. Si-ran asked in confusion. It's Gu Weiyan. Si Yen put down his phone. He smiled slightly. That kid really can't hide things in his heart. He figured it out so quickly. So, that means, what Xiaonan said is true. Are you really planning to marry into the Gu family? Looking at Sinan's anxious expression, Si Yen squinted his eyes slightly. He probably guessed something in his heart. Do you have a boyfriend? And, your family isn't in business. Your status is not on the same level as the Si family. Sinan lowered his head. A person answers with silence. Brother, is marrying into the right family really that important? Si Yen lightly tapped his fingers on the table a few times. As long as Dad thinks it's important, that's fine. Our Si family. One person must make a sacrifice. That's how business works. A single chopstick is easy to break. Seeking warmth from others instinctively strengthens one's own foundation. People think of Si Yen's sacrifice. Sinan's eyes felt a bit warm. So that's why you're with Gu Weiyan. It's not me. It's Sinan. Si Yen smiled slightly. He didn't intend to hide it from Sinan. 3 years ago, I took Sinan to an auction. I ran into Gu Weiyan. Gu Weiyan has taken a liking to him. This matter. I only found out about it last night. Sinan was momentarily stunned. He immediately wore an expression like a little cabbage at home being pecked by a pig. Xiao Nan was just 17 3 years ago. She dares to have her eyes on such a young cabbage. Isn't this waiting for 3 years? Si Yen was somewhat speechless. She wasn't vague at all when beating that kid. Now that she hears that kid is getting a girlfriend, she is really getting anxious. Truly the heart of a woman. A needle in a haystack. After Si Nan returned to the country, they met again. From my observation, I think Si Nan doesn't dislike her either. They could try to see how it goes. Ko Ran raised an eyebrow. Big brother. That's Gu Weiyan. That woman is clearly not easy to deal with. Aren't you afraid Si Nan will suffer? Si Yen scoffed. That silly boy is a bit out of it. He has a volatile personality and can't stay calm. He won't lose out no matter who he gets together with. Si Nan thought for a moment. He nodded slightly. But given the foundation of the Gu family, would Gu Weiyan marry into the Si family? I think. He might as well look for investors. Then let's just marry that kid off. A wicked thought of tricking his younger brother flashed through Si Yen's mind as he slept. As the family of the bride, shouldn't we at least collect some bride price? In any case, whether it's marrying or being married, our Si family won't lose out. Si Nan thought again. He then nodded firmly. The sadness that had once flickered in his eyes had long vanished. Since someone in the family always has to make a sacrifice, let's sacrifice the younger brother then. After all, that kid is so foolish. No way. I need to give that kid a call. When the call connected, I was all nestled in my blanket sleeping. What's up? Nan. What do you want to eat for lunch? Si Nan smiled with a tender expression. His tone was so gentle it could make wood melt. Order whatever you want. I will definitely satisfy you, dear sister. I listened to the sound coming from my phone. My body shivered. Are you out of your mind? Is a full Manchuhan banquet okay? Si Nan continued speaking to himself. In these 3 days, I will set up all 108 dishes of the Manchuhan banquet for you. It's settled then. Gue hung up the phone. Tong Ran sighed softly. The Manchuhan banquet. You can't make up for the debt I owe my brother in my heart. I feel. You are nothing but a sinner. Regarding the full Manchuhan banquet, I didn't even think about it at all. Until 15 dishes were spread across the table. Only then did I realize and slap my thigh. Ouch, it hurts. Finished. This world has gone mad. Even the weasels are coming to pay New Year's greetings to the chickens. The 3-day ban has just ended. I'm still grumpy from just waking up. I just received the first task assigned to me by Si Yen. Come over. Help me deliver this bouquet to Miss Gu. Why don't you go yourself? Are you looking for a wife or am I? I'm the one making the connection. The after-sales service is not my responsibility. Si Yen finished his breakfast. He took a tissue and wiped his mouth. The company is too busy. I have no time. I curled up on the sofa with a glass of milk. I opened the lid and took a sip. I don't have time either. I still have to prepare a birthday gift for Dad. I hadn't even finished saying my refusal. Suddenly, my phone rang. I took a glance. My eyes lit up instantly. It's just delivering flowers, right? How big of a deal is that? You can rest assured. It's on me. If there's any errand in the future, feel free to give orders. I happily accepted the 100,000 yuan transfer red envelope. I picked up the flowers from the table. He excitedly drove out. Sister, where are you listening? I'll go find you. Gu Weiyan was sitting in front of her desk, listening to the clear and lively voice of the little puppy on the phone. A smile tugged at the corners of my mouth. Si Yen. He certainly didn't let her down. In the park. The location has been sent to your phone. I hung up the phone. I glanced at the location. He whistled happily. Soon, I arrived at Gu Weiyan's office. I walked over. I presented the flowers in my hand to her. Sister, my older brother sent these to you. Gu Weiyan took the flowers. She smiled, knowing full well what she was asking. Why didn't your brother come? He has something going on at the company. He couldn't get away. I casually sat down in the chair. He was in a pretty good mood. Gu Weiyan placed the flowers on the table. She glanced at the young man. I have to say, her little puppy looks good in anything. You really listen to your brother. Hearing this, I chuckled. I thought to myself that as long as the money's right, it's fine. It almost came to my lips but didn't. For the sake of your love and career, I'm willing to do anything for you. Is that so? Gu Weiyan gave a cryptic smile. I hope you keep your promises. Then we chatted briefly. I found a reason to leave Gu Weiyan's office. I just went down. Cyan's call came through. Miss Gu wants to go to the lumber market. I'm worried about her going alone as a girl. You should go with her. I hadn't even taken a step out of the elevator. He said angrily. I already said. After-sales service isn't my responsibility. Do you think I'm free? Oh, forget it. A sigh came from the other end of the phone. Hey, it's really not easy to find the right person. But if a woman doesn't accompany you, feelings will fade. Perhaps my brother is destined to be a bachelor. In the future, the task of continuing the Si family line relies on you. A few days ago, I also helped you at the charity gala. I found a decent girl for you. My heart quivered. Gritting my teeth, I said. I'm going. The last time. Your own wife in the future. Go after it yourself. It depends on the situation. Si Yen casually remarked. And then hung up the phone. With no other choice, I could only turn around and go back. I can't let Si Yen and Gu Weiyan break up. I definitely don't want to enter a business marriage. Why are you back again? Gu Weiyan was just about to leave with her coat. She ran into me as I walked back. I skillfully took the coat from her. My brother wants me to go with you to the lumber market. He's afraid it's unsafe for you to be alone. He cares about you. Gu Weiyan smiled slightly. She said meaningfully. That's thoughtful. Please thank your brother for me when you go back. It's my duty. Came to the underground garage. I looked at the black heavy-duty top-spec motorcycle in front of me. My eyes sparkled a little. Sister, can you ride a motorcycle? She looked at me with admiration. The smile at the corner of Gu Weiyan's mouth grew wider. Do you have proof? I shook my head. I haven't tested yet. My dad said that street racing is for crazy people. The risk factor is too high. Not allowed to touch. Finished speaking. I suddenly realized something. I immediately added a comment. Except for you. Gu Weiyan stepped forward with a smile. I was startled. Instinctively retreated. I plopped down on the bike's back seat. Watching Gu Weiyan's stunningly beautiful face come closer and closer. My Adam's apple rolled uncontrollably. My heart was pounding heavily. What does my sister-in-law want to do? It won't be because I said something wrong. Do you want to kill me? Gu Weiyan stopped at a point. At a relatively safe distance. Looking into my eyes. She seductively said. Are you crazy? I nodded after realizing it. Mutual. Afterward. Sister will take you wild. When I came back to my senses. Gu Weiyan already handed me a helmet. I stood up. I watched Gu Weiyan's long legs as she got on the motorcycle. Dressed in a full black haute couture outfit. It blended seamlessly with the black motorcycle. My heart raced uncontrollably again, beating twice rapidly. Suddenly. A chill ran through my heart. Done. What was I thinking? She's going to be my future sister-in-law. Get in the car. I obediently sat on the back seat. I put on the helmet. With a snap, I closed the visor. Following that, a cold voice came from beside my ear. Hold me tight. I awkwardly glanced at Gu Weiyan's slender waist. I was unsure where to place my hands. Suddenly, the motorcycle beneath me jolted. A loud roaring sound erupted. The motorcycle started up. In the moment it surged forward. I lost my balance. Instinctively, I wrapped my arms around Gu Weiyan. I just didn't want Gu Weiyan to get hurt. After all, she's just a girl. Riding a motorcycle can be quite dangerous. I need to protect my sister-in-law from my brother. Just like that, Gu Weiyan felt the tightness around her waist. A smirk of triumph tugged at the corner of her mouth. Only in moments of danger. Only talented individuals can react instinctively. The heavy motorcycle sped down the road. Like a leopard galloping across the fields. Watching the trees rush past on either side of the highway, I felt an immense sense of exhilaration. The motorcycle cruised smoothly without any obstacles. Soon, we arrived at the lumber market. My plan today was to finish matters for Cyan. Then check out the lumber market. The reason I agreed to accompany Gu Weiyan was largely because I wanted to come. I accompanied Gu Weiyan for a quick look around. In my mind, I had already ruled out almost all the wood. The further I looked, the colder my heart became. Is there really no high-quality wood in such a large market? Is there really no fine piece of wood? While browsing around, suddenly, my eyes lit up. Full-grade dark silk wood. Noble and elegant. The grain is magnificent. It doesn't decay for 1,000 years. It is immune to all insects. It is the perfect wood for making urns. I excitedly looked around the not-so-heavy. Looked around the golden silk Nanmu wood. My eyes were filled with excitement. Old. I hadn't even spoken yet. When suddenly, I heard Gu Weiyan's voice behind me. This piece of wood is nice. I'll take it. The shopkeeper heard this. And instantly became lively. He immediately started introducing it with a smile. This young lady really has an eye for things. This piece of wood is authentic and aged 300 years. It is genuine dark silk wood. Never rots for 1,000 years. Resistant to all bugs. Gu Weiyan nodded. I want it. Please pack it up for me. And deliver it to the E Group headquarters. Hearing this, the boss smiled so widely that the wrinkles on his face almost formed a flower. Got it. I guarantee you a proper arrangement. I looked at the wood I had finally chosen after much effort. And just like that, it flew away right under my nose. I felt a bit disappointed inside. I've always wanted to find a piece to debate. To make an urn for my dad. After all, one's life. There's only one opportunity. So for something like this, you absolutely cannot settle. I also don't want to settle. The wood has already been sold out. Let's go. I frowned and looked around. Why don't we take another look around? I also want a piece of wood. Gu Weiyan put the receipt handed over by the boss into her bag. Didn't the boss already say? Right now, the entire market only has this piece of dark wood left. If you're interested, you can check out other markets. I remember. Lin City also has a large wood market. I can take you there another day, but I can't for the next couple of days. I have something on. On the way back, I hesitated several times to speak. Once back at the company, I finally couldn't hold back. Sister, what do you want to buy the wood for? Gu Weiyan placed her handbag on the table. She picked up the coffee that the secretary had prepared earlier and took a sip. I've heard that dark wood doesn't rot for 1,000 years. It can also ward off evil. I want to make some bracelets. As a benefit for the employees. To inspire people. Oh. I was silent for a moment. Then I cautiously said, actually, making bracelets. The best material is agarwood. Gu Weiyan looked at me. Her eyes flickered slightly. So you're saying, you're asking me to hand over the dark golden Nanmu? I blinked cautiously. Is it okay? A glimmer of sharpness flashed in Gu Weiyan's eyes. What benefits do I get then? I can pay you double the price. Gu Weiyan smiled slightly. Do you think I would care about money? I was taken aback. Well, that certainly is not the case. 20 million, just like that. Not even batting an eye. And seek no return. Then how about this? You let me have this piece of golden silk wood first. Then I'll find you an even bigger one in return. How does that sound? Gu Weiyan's smile deepened. For me, size doesn't help. Anything beyond budget is a waste. I don't need that much. I always thought she was reasonable. And very easy to talk to. I planned to go today but was turned away at the door. Perhaps this piece of wood is really important to her. Forget it. A gentleman doesn't envy others' beauty. Just when I was about to give up, Gu Weiyan suddenly said, this piece of golden silk wood can be yours. But I have a condition. I didn't expect a turning point to come so soon. What's the condition? Upon hearing this, a hint of mischievousness flashed in Gu Weiyan's eyes. Be my follower. And guarantee that when I need you, you'll be there at my beck and call. Skin issue. I answered succinctly and decisively. Isn't it just to send warmth to my sister-in-law? Even if I don't come, Si Yen would still assign me to run errands. This is the right response. Gu Weiyan was not surprised at all. His little puppy is too naive. Too easy to control. Just give a little sweetness. Once he does, he will automatically fall into her trap. Why are you so eager to get the golden Nanmu wood? Next week is my dad's birthday. I want to give him a gift. Gu Weiyan raised her eyebrows with great interest. What kind of gift? Hearing this, I smiled mysteriously. You will know then. My noble and great profession. Not everyone can guess what it is. Gu Weiyan looked at the boy's radiant smile. In his eyes was an unreserved fervor. It's just that this silly boy's love cells haven't matured yet. I couldn't see the love hidden in her eyes. I heard you were abroad. You've been studying design all this time. Design and sculpture. I added a comment. What a coincidence. The company happens to need a senior designer. If you're interested, you can give it a try. The pay is generous. I scratched my head in confusion. My design proposal. You might not be able to use it. Well, now I'm somewhat curious. What exactly do you design? Gu Weiyan asked again. Speaking of this, I leaned forward slightly. Her beautiful eyes were filled with pride and confidence. An urn. Gu Weiyan was momentarily taken aback. No wonder Si Yen finds it hard to talk about Sinan's interests. She understands the human heart's desires. The more niche the profession, the more affirmation it needs. This is also the quickest way to bridge two hearts. It's the most effective method. The profession is quite good. Very creative. Also very ambitious. Hearing this, my eyes lit up. Sister, you really have great insight. It makes my brother much stronger. He only brings me down. Gu Weiyan asked with a smile. So why did you choose to design urns as a career? My eyes sparkled with excitement. Don't you think it's nice to choose for yourself while you're alive? To choose a satisfactory resting place? Isn't it a very happy thing? Gu Weiyan fell silent for a moment. Then she glanced at the one placed in the corner. The gloomy golden silk Nanmu in the corner. So, you want to give your dad an urn? Sister, you're too clever. If my brother can marry you, it would definitely be his fortune in 3 lifetimes. The next moment, Gu Weiyan's expression changed once. Looking at the young man's slightly red lips, she wished she could pounce and smash them to pieces. The golden silk Nanmu, I'll provide it for free. I'll lend you that room inside. Starting tomorrow, you can work here. I glanced at the room not far away, separated by a large glass wall. A spacious room divided by a large glass wall. A bit embarrassed. This isn't very good, is it? Future brother-in-law and future sister-in-law in the same room. A man and a woman alone together. Gu Weiyan straightened up. With a firm tone. Unacceptable. In my eyes, Everything associated with money should be put to good use. So I need to supervise to prevent you from wasting such good materials. After saying that, she added, this is also your brother's intention. He asked me to supervise you on his behalf. That's settled then. Opposition is invalid. After leaving the Heir company, I picked up my phone and started to unleash a barrage of messages. Bro, you asked Gu Weiyan to supervise me. She's not in yet. Why should she control me? It's not her supervising you. It's you supervising her. After all, she hasn't even entered yet. Please keep an eye on her for me, to prevent our family's daughter-in-law from running into someone else's house. I was a bit annoyed inside. I just lent some money. I didn't expect there would be so much after-sales service later on. If I had known this earlier, I wouldn't have acted as a matchmaker. Let that old man see and be a bachelor for life. I had no choice in this matter. The company is too busy. I can't get away. How about this? There's a real estate seminar next week. You go attend. I'm dating. When I heard, the words of rejection went back down my throat. Additional services. Must add record. Otherwise, no discussion. 50,000. Are you giving a beggar a dime? 1 international black gold card. Deal. Cut off the call. I happily whistled. The tension in my heart dissipated. I even hummed a little tune. International black gold card. As the name suggests, it can be used in every country. As long as there's no credit limit, I can swipe as I please. Want as much as you want to indulge in life. When I happily stepped into the house, Nan changed his previous attitude of roaring like a lion at any disagreement. He walked over with a gentle expression. Nan. Look quickly. I hired a chef from Sanweijai for you. From now on, the house will only cook dishes you like. Are you happy? It gave me an eerie feeling. It's been 3 days. This woman is truly crazy. Over these 3 days, I tasted a full Manchuhan imperial feast with a total of 108 dishes. Today, I even invited the chef from Sanweijai over. What exactly does this woman want to do? There must be a conspiracy. Where are mom and dad? Nan let out a long sigh. A song afraid of seeing you suffer a heart attack. To live 2 more years for you. Take mom to France. I curled my lip. That old man is so old now. It's quite romantic actually. Sitting at the dining table, I glanced at the 10 beautifully presented dishes on the table. Then, I glanced at Nan again. His expression was serious. Sister, you need to tell me the truth. Are you suffering from some terminal illness? Don't be afraid. Even if it means selling everything we have, we will make sure you get better. In the past, if I had heard this sentence, Ron would have slapped you right away. But today, she actually smiled. It was even more chilling, thinking of the little cabbage who was cared for and raised by their whole family, and was about to be taken advantage of. Ron felt a tiny bit of reluctance in her heart. She was going to get married soon. Older sister really doesn't want to part with you. Get married. So that's why. I said bluntly, you should have gotten married long ago. You're already in your 30s. Still lingering at your parents' home. If you keep delaying, you'll end up being an old maid. Besides, being single isn't just about being unattractive. There are also people who just grow old and fade. Even if you still have charm. Once the market has passed, no one will want you anyway. In the next moment, Ron's smile slowly faded. His eyes narrowed slightly. His fists cracked as he clenched them. He's not angry. Sister, what's wrong with you? I have a toothache. Ron gritted his teeth and forced a smile. It's good to see you. It doesn't hurt anywhere now. Turns out I can heal. Seeing me happily eating with chopsticks. Ron's unpleasant expression slightly eased. Truly, fools have their own blessings. As long as there's food and drink, it's all good. I have no worries at all. Unlike her, even finding a boyfriend has to be done secretly as an underground romance. Hurry up and get married. This kid entered the family's door. She can bring her boyfriend into the light. I've just eaten. My phone suddenly rang. I glanced down to take a look. I quickly grabbed 2 tissues to wipe my mouth. I hurried back to my room. Did you find out the truth? On the other end of the phone is his childhood friend. My. An intern from the Criminal Investigation Department. They found out. It's a woman. From your description. She's also quite wild. Jian Yan's expression darkened. Found nothing at all. And she has the nerve to call me. Can't you just clean your mess up? Give the guy some help. Might chuckled as well. Don't rush. Nonsense. If a dog bites you, you're not in a hurry. During this time, I've been troubled by that woman who slept with me, and extorted 20 million from me. It made it impossible for me to eat. I couldn't sleep at night. I was barely dozing off, dreaming of that woman biting me. I clenched my back teeth. I want that bitch to cough up the 20 million. She has to spit it all out. And then I'll make sure she suffers. Right now, there are too few clues. Perhaps We can start looking through your network of relationships. Think about it first. Who exactly did you offend? Only with a lead can we follow the clues to find the truth. Otherwise, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Who could I possibly offend? Wasn't it just that grandson of Jiang Wenming back then? After thinking for a bit, I continued to say, you tell me, is that grandson messing with me? Qin Mu was silent for 2 seconds as well. He was involved in that incident back then too. He naturally knows about the conflict between Jiang Wenming and me. Conclusions without evidence are just talk. However, I can help you keep an eye on it. This matter won't be resolved in just a day or two. Let's not get caught up in that for now. Let's have a drink tonight. I have a task on the day you return to the country. It'll be fine. Let's call a few buddies later. Let's go out and relax. Sure, I said generously. I'll treat tonight. Let's drink to our heart's content. In the evening, before I rushed to the restaurant we agreed on, I first stopped by the company. I asked Si Yen for that black gold card. As I was about to step out, Si Yen gave me a meaningful reminder. Be careful with your spending. Got it. Luo Wei. The restaurant I booked is the most famous Chinese restaurant in Yin City. Sanwei Zhai. I just entered the door. I haven't seen how many people are at the table yet. Then I saw Cheng Fong stand up and shout. This guy left without drinking to his heart's content. Today everyone made sure to keep an eye on him. I walked toward the main seat. I replied with a smile. Don't worry. I'll definitely take you down today before I leave. Right now, beside the main seat at the dining table, there was also a woman sitting there. Lu Bingbing. Her face was slightly flushed. It's been 3 years since we last met. Si Nan has matured a lot. And he's even more handsome than before. Qin Mu also glanced at Lu Bingbing. Then he stood up and waved at me. Si Nan. Sit next to me. Let's catch up well, just the two of us. Then I sat down. I took a glance around the table. I think she probably wants to rekindle the old flame with you. Damn. Who is so inconsiderate? Bringing a woman while drinking? Si Nan. Long time no see. I nodded. My gaze lingered for just a moment. Then I looked at Sumai. Bingbing feels a bit disappointed inside. She had imagined countless scenarios of their reunion. I didn't think. He didn't even want to look at her for another second. Clearly, 4 years ago. He even fought for her back then. I sat to the right of Sumai. There were 2 people between me and Liu Bingbing. Why is there still a woman? Qin Mu briefly went over the important details. When we arrived, she happened to be in room I-10. Everyone knows she's the woman under your protection, Si Xiao. Who dares to stop her? I think she probably wants to rekindle her old relationship with you. She came adjusting her charm. Hearing this, I was somewhat speechless. Nonsense. What old feelings do I have? Who is she? Qin Mai looked at my puzzled expression. I gave a helpless smile. It's surprising that the events from back then caused such a stir. He didn't even see who the instigator was. Fortunately, he still cared about his brother's difficulties. It was completely unnecessary. I estimate that even if the two were pressed together, they wouldn't spark any chemistry. Who knows where that wild woman came from? Let's ignore her. Drinking. While we were talking, the door to the room opened. The waiter entered carrying exquisite dishes and expensive drinks. They were all placed on the table. Lu Bingbing was staring wide-eyed. Ever since finishing school, she had been fighting hard for her livelihood. But in the end, all her efforts over the past 2 years couldn't compare to a single meal of these rich second-generation kids. The harsh reality and vast generation gap made Lu Bingbing instantly sober. The look in her eyes when she turned to me, there was also an endless desire. After half a bottle, I was already noticeably drunk. My face was pale with a hint of red. My body unconsciously started to sway. You all drink first. I'll step out for a moment. Left the room. I stumbled my way to the bathroom to take care of things. Just finishing washing my hands, I walked to the door. Suddenly, I bumped into a woman. Her chest was soft. It was very elastic. The bounce made me uncontrollably step back. Lu Bingbing perceptively stepped forward and hooked my arm. Si Nan. You've had too much to drink. Let me take you home. I shook her hand off my back. I gave her a drunken glance. You're tough, huh? Woman. In a daze, I suddenly thought of the first day I returned home. The woman I met at the bar. Little thing. Let me take you home, dear. In the end, she took me to bed. Damn it. I finally found you. My expression darkened. I wrapped my arms around Lu Bingbing's neck. I pushed her against the wall behind us. Damn it. Dead woman. You finally showed up. If you don't spit out my 20 million intact today, I'll deal with you. Lu Bingbing's breath caught. A strong sense of suffocation made her face turn pale instantly. Si Nan. It's me. I am Lu Bingbing. She reached out and tightly grasped my wrist, trying to make me calm down. But she overestimated her position in my heart. Stinky bitch. There's a way to heaven, yet you don't take it. There's no door to hell, yet you choose to jump in. You dare to scheme against me, asking for death. I was feeling tipsy, and my hatred was hard to dispel. Where would I care about being gentle with a woman? In my eyes, even if Lu Bingbing shed a few tears, those would just be crocodile tears. Let go. See Nan. Lu Bingbing struggled to get out a few words. Her beautiful face was extremely pale. Tears of fear streamed down from the corners of her eyes in large drops. Just as Lu Bingbing's consciousness began to fade, the bathroom door was slammed open with a loud bang. I saw Lu Bingbing's hand tightly gripping my wrist. Gu Weiyan's already indifferent gaze instantly darkened. She yanked Lu Bingbing's hand away. Then she pulled my hand away from Lu Bingbing's neck. Let go. Do you want to kill someone? Don't stop me. Dare to scheme against me. Today, I'm going to take care of this. I shot a resentful glare at Lu Bingbing. I wished I could crush her to dust. Seeing me about to grab Lu Bingbing by the neck again, Gu Weiyan forcefully pulled the person back. The other hand heavily slapped my butt. A sharp pain surged through me. I let out a yelp. I nearly jumped up from the ground. Are you awake? Gu Weiyan pinched my chin. She asked me word by word. I groggily looked at Gu Weiyan. After a long while, his mouth suddenly twisted. Sister. This woman is bullying me. Gu Weiyan looked at the dazed young man. The way he was acting cute towards her. My heart felt a surge of warmth. How about going home with sister?